Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Ask Coach Marie. I'm Marie O'Neill, founder of Padma Life Coaching, and your host on this series. This is the place where you ask a question and I give my unique opinion as a life renewal coach, astrologer, and past life regression facilitator. Please know that I am not a therapist and I will never tell you what you must do. Each week on Friday, a new video is released with me answering 2 questions from the viewers. In addition to those 2 questions, I talk about various other life renewal topics. Before we get started with the questions for today, there are a couple of announcements. One, I am hosting a virtual healing retreat titled Find Your Flow. This retreat is happening on August 19th and 20th. It is online. You can find all of the information on the Eventbrite page, which I will put the link below. The next thing is that I will be in New York in Niagara Falls on September 4th through 8th. There is a symposium with Kepler College, the astrological college here in the US. The symposium, of course, is in person, and I will be co-hosting a masterclass with Lori Barnes, also with Kepler College. So check it out. You can find all the information through Kepler College. Just go ahead and Google Kepler College and you'll be able to get the information if you're in the area, or even if you want to attend virtually, you can certainly attend. It's a wonderful lineup of presenters. It's their 25th anniversary of being in business. So yeah, it's good. Let's go ahead and get going with the questions for this week. Our first question comes from Chloe, who is in Portland, Oregon. Chloe says, lately I'm seeing repeating numbers like 1111, 444 everywhere, having intense dreams and experiencing strange synchronicities. Part of me thinks it's meaningful, but my logical brain says it's just a coincidence. How do I know if this is a genuine spiritual awakening or if I am just making it all up? Good question. Thanks for asking it. First of all, a spiritual awakening has to do with the expansion of consciousness. It's turning knowledge into wisdom and integrating it and expanding the consciousness. What you've been dealing with is synchronicity, which there is no such thing as coincidence. So there's definitely meaning in what you are receiving. The information that you're receiving is coming from your higher mind, from your spirit guides, from the universe, and there is a message or information that is being presented to you. These are some of the ways that the messages are delivered to us, because we are, as humans, we're pretty literal, but what we have to do is learn the language of the universe, which is through nature, through sound, through numbers, through perceived synchronicity. Let's say you see the number 444, just as you said. When you look up the number 4, that's about manifesting, and that's manifesting here on the earth plane. It's also about work, because you've got 4 pillars, you've got the 4 cornerstones of a house. When you're going to build a house, you've got to have 4 corners. So that's stability. So you know that stability and manifesting is a part of it. You also want to look at your dreams and interpret them. Your dreams can have the same meaning or give you more information to the 444, or it could be something different. Now, if your dream has a similar tone, where if your dream is related to the meaning of the 444, then you know that your guides are really trying to get a message to you. And so you need to decipher the meaning of the dream. And there's many ways to do that. But basically what you'd want to do is look at the symbolism and figure out what that symbolism means to you. Because there are dream dictionaries that you can look at, but if you live in a different culture than the person or people who created that dream manual, then the interpretation is not going to work for you. You have to look at the meaning of the symbols in the dream related to you and what they mean to you. For example, in some cultures, the color white is death. Other cultures, the color white means purity. Because there is no such thing as coincidence, look at the synchronicities as having meaning. If you're continuously getting a message, it means that you haven't deciphered the message. You haven't figured out what it is the universe or higher mind is trying to get, or the information that is being sent to you. I do find that this happens a lot. And you'll find that once you figure out the meaning, you won't get the synchronicities anymore. You might get different synchronicities, but not related to that particular message. So I hope that helps. Put a comment below. Let me know how you're getting on, and let me know what you found out about the synchronicities and the meaning. All right. Now, along those lines, we are going to talk about a particular life renewal topic. And this topic is decoding your awakening, how to trust the signs from the universe. Now, when I talked to Chloe about awakening means that your consciousness is expanding. You're gaining wisdom and knowledge, and you're integrating it into your being, and it's helping you to change the way you interact, or the way you respond, or the way you perform in the world. And when you have an awakening, it's not something that can go away. It's something that is yours. You can't unknow what you know. You can't unlearn what it is you've actually learned. So that's awakening. When you're looking at decoding the messages from the universe, you've got to learn to read the symbols, the signs and the symbols in nature. I actually talk about this a lot in my upcoming virtual healing retreat, Find Your Flow, because I'll be taking people through ritual and teaching them how to read nature. With nature, each direction has a particular meaning. When you are dealing with the elements have meaning. And when I say elements, I mean air, wind, fire, earth, and space. Colors have meaning. When the universe is talking to us, it usually talks to us through nature. When you're outside, if you see an animal and you see an animal going in a particular direction and doing something that is out of the ordinary, then you know, oh, there's potentially a message here for me. What you'd want to do, of course, is look up the meaning of that particular animal. And there's ways to do this. There's a book called Animal Speaks, which is one of the Bibles I use for animal interpretation. It was written by Ted Andrews. It's used a lot. So you want to look up the meaning of the animal. You want to look at the direction the animal is going in, because that gives you more information. You want to also think about, what were you doing or thinking about when you actually saw the animal? It has a direct correlation with the message that the universe is sending to you. Sometimes we literally hear messages from the universe. That's not all the time. It's not even most of the time. But sometimes we do. And if you get a message, sometimes the message is cryptic. I've had those. And sometimes it is direct, but we can really mess things up as humans because we overanalyze messages that we get, and that can get us in trouble. I had that happen to me a couple of times with messages. But the universe is always talking to us. It talks to us through our feelings too. So hopefully this helps you. And if you're interested in learning more about how the universe talks to us, check out the retreat, Find Your Flow. So let's go ahead and get going with the last question for today. Our last question comes from Leo, who is in Austin, Texas. Leo writes, I feel a deep, almost painful pull to leave my tech job and become a ceramicist, which makes no financial sense. Everyone tells me I'm crazy. How can I distinguish between a true soul's calling and a reckless fantasy, especially when the path feels so uncertain? That's a really good question. And when you are getting a message from the universe and it's asking you to do something and you're not doing it, there's a feeling of pressure that you get in your chest. Or at least that's the way I get it. It runs from the chest all the way up through the head, actually. As it gets louder, you feel more pressure. You feel this, it's something that you must do. An example would be, say you're getting ready to run a race and you're ready, you're anxious, you're just there waiting on the bell or the go, to be told that you can go. Well, there's a feeling that comes over your body when you're actually ready and prepared. That's very similar to the feeling that your guides put on you with the pressure of wanting you to do something. And it has nothing to do with being rational. It's just something that they are saying you need to do. And usually it's something that you said you wanted to do before you incarnated. And you ask for their help to prompt you to actually take this move or to go in a particular direction. Sometimes it's intuition that comes in and you just get a knowing that you need to do something. If it is from the ego, which would be the lower ego, not the higher ego, the ego of the personality, then you're going to feel that. You're going to feel your ego coming in. It feels different. What you want to do is to find out if it's the ego is look at your intention behind what it is you're being asked to do or you feel that you're being asked to do. What is your intention? Is your intention to get fame? Is it to be seen? If it's anything other than feeling that it is a calling, then it's ego. Doesn't mean you don't need to do it, but just know what it is and take action based on that. So that's how I would figure out whether something is coming from the universe or whether it's coming just from the ego. And remember, the universe, it doesn't care about money. It does not. It doesn't mean that it wants you to be poor or anything like that, but it's usually not its motive because you're looking at the soul intention, and the soul intention is always to help mankind, to help humanity. So if you're being prompted to do something, it's probably to elevate your consciousness. So the work that you would be doing would be helping others. I hope that helps you. Please email me or put a comment below and let me know what you think. And did you decide to become a ceramicist or not? All right, everybody, we've come to the end of the questions for this week. I want to thank you for being here, for taking your time to listen to this video. If you have questions that you'd like me to answer, please send them to padmacoach@icloud.com. That's padmacoach@icloud.com. If you'd like to learn more about the services that I offer, go to my website, padmalifecoaching.com. On there, there's information on astrology, past life regression, life coaching. You can always sign up for a session or just, learn about the different ways that I work with people to help them evolve. The other thing is, if you would like to learn more about me, please check out my book, And the Lotus Opened, a memoir. In there, I talk about how I work through some of the trauma that I had. I wrote the book, of course, for my own healing, and I decided to publish it in hopes that it would inspire others to be able to work through their own trauma. And I lay out how I work through my issues. So you can find the book online, anywhere online books are sold. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, 8 Books, Goodreads. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That really does help. I will see you back here next week. Bye-bye.